Story 3, The Vanishing Friend. The summer air was thick with the promise of adventure as Alice, Ben, and Charlie gathered for a sleepover at Alice's house. They were inseparable friends, bound by shared laughter, secrets, and dreams. The night was filled with the usual routine: board games, whispered stories, and late-night snacks. As the hours passed, Charlie, always the restless one, announced his intention to use the bathroom. With a casual wave, he disappeared down the hallway. Minutes turned into hours, yet he didn't return. At first, Alice and Ben dismissed his absence as a momentary distraction. But as the night wore on, a growing sense of unease settled over them. They searched the house, calling out Charlie's name, but there was no response. A cold dread crept into their hearts. Panic set in as they realized something was terribly wrong. They alerted Alice's parents, who immediately called the police. A thorough search of the house and the surrounding neighborhood yielded no clues. Charlie had vanished without a trace. The disappearance of their friend cast a long shadow over their lives. The once carefree trio was now haunted by the mystery, their bond forever altered. The sleepover, meant to be a night of fun and friendship, had turned into a nightmare. The image of Charlie, disappearing into the night, became a haunting memory, a constant reminder of the fragility of life and the enduring power of fear. Story 4, The Haunted House. The group of teenagers, fueled by a mix of curiosity and youthful bravado, decided to explore an abandoned house on the outskirts of town. They had heard whispers of its dark past, tales of unexplained noises and ghostly apparitions. Undeterred, they ventured into the dilapidated structure, their hearts pounding with a mix of excitement and fear. As they made their way through the overgrown garden and up the creaking steps, the house seemed to whisper its secrets, its empty rooms echoing with the sound of their footsteps. The air was thick with an invisible presence, a chill that seeped into their bones. As they explored the house, they encountered a series of strange occurrences. Doors creaked open and shut on their own, shadows flickered in the corners, and cold spots lingered in the air. A sense of dread hung over them like a dark cloud, threatening to engulf them. In the attic, they stumbled upon a hidden room, its walls adorned with faded wallpaper and its floor littered with dust and cobwebs. As they ventured further into the room, a sudden gust of wind blew through the window, sending a chill down their spines. They turned to see a spectral figure standing in the doorway, its form translucent and its eyes filled with an otherworldly sorrow. The teenagers screamed in terror, their voices echoing through the empty house. They fled the room, their hearts pounding with fear. As they raced down the stairs, they could hear the spectral figure following them, its footsteps growing louder with each passing moment. They burst out of the front door, their legs carrying them as fast as they could. The house, once a source of curiosity and adventure, now seemed to be a living nightmare. They never returned to the haunted house, their experience a chilling reminder of the dark forces that lurked beyond the veil of reality. Story 5, The Bloody Sheet. The group of friends, giddy with teenage excitement, gathered at Sarah's house for a sleepover. The night was young, and the air was filled with laughter and playful banter. To add a thrill to the evening, they decided to play a game of truth or dare. One by one, they took turns answering daring challenges, each more outrageous than the last. When it was Emily's turn, she was dared to venture into the attic, a forbidden space rumored to be haunted. Despite her initial hesitation, the thrill of the dare overcame her fear. With a nervous glance at her friends, Emily climbed the creaking stairs to the attic. The air was thick with dust and the scent of decay. As she moved deeper into the room, a strange, musty odor filled her nostrils. She peered into the darkness, her heart pounding with anticipation. Suddenly, a chilling sight met her eyes. Hanging from the ceiling was a sheet, stained crimson with dried blood. A wave of nausea washed over her as she realized the horrifying truth. The sheet was a grim reminder of a tragedy that had once occurred within the walls of the house. Emily fled the attic, her face pale and her eyes wide with terror. She stumbled down the stairs, her friends rushing to her side. Together, they called the police, who arrived to investigate the disturbing discovery. The news of the bloody sheet sent shockwaves through the small town. The once peaceful neighborhood was now shrouded in a cloud of fear and uncertainty. The friends, forever scarred by the horrifying experience, never forgot the night of the sleepover that turned into a nightmare. The attic, once a place of childish curiosity, became a haunting reminder of the darkness that lurked within the shadows of their own home. Welcome to a night of terror and spine-chilling tales that you won't soon forget. Imagine the thrill of gathering with friends for an innocent sleepover, where laughter and ghost stories fill the air, and blankets offer a thin layer of safety. But as the night deepens, so does the dread, and suddenly, you're not sure what's real or imagined. Here are 5 disturbing sleepover horror stories that will make you think twice before turning out the lights. These tales of shadows, whispers, and unsettling mysteries will haunt your dreams and leave you with one question: is anywhere truly safe in the dark? Story 1, The Phantom Guest. In a small town nestled amidst rolling hills, 4 friends, Sarah, Emily, Lily, and Chloe, decided to have a sleepover at Sarah's house. As they settled into Sarah's cozy bedroom, they shared stories, laughter, and secrets. The night was young, and the atmosphere was filled with youthful excitement. As the clock struck midnight, the girls were deep in conversation when a strange shadow flitted across the window pane. At first, they dismissed it as a trick of the light or perhaps a curious animal. However, the shadow persisted, growing larger and more defined. It began to tap rhythmically on the glass, a chilling rhythm that sent shivers down their spines. A faint, disembodied voice whispered their names, a chilling sound that seemed to emanate from the darkness beyond the window. Fear, like a cold hand, gripped their hearts. They huddled together, their eyes wide with terror. The girls bolted towards the door, desperate to escape the unseen menace. But the door, as if mocking their fear, remained stubbornly locked. The shadow, no longer content to lurk outside, materialized within the room. A tall, gaunt figure, its face obscured by darkness, its eyes glowing with an eerie light, emerged from the shadows. The girls screamed in terror, their voices echoing through the silent house. They scrambled to flee, but the figure pursued them relentlessly. Cornered, they sought refuge in a small closet, hoping to hide from the creature's malevolent gaze. However, the figure, endowed with an uncanny sense of their location, found them. Its long, skeletal fingers reached towards them, a chilling proximity that sent their hearts pounding with fear. The girls screamed, their cries piercing the night. But as suddenly as it had appeared, the figure vanished, leaving them alone in the darkness. When they finally regained consciousness, they found themselves in their beds, the events of the night seeming like a terrifying dream. The girls never spoke of what had happened that night, the fear and trauma too much to bear. The memory of the phantom guest, however, remained etched in their minds, a chilling reminder of the night their innocence was shattered. Story 2: The Creepy Doll. Sarah couldn't wait to show Emily her new doll. It was a porcelain beauty, its delicate features painted with an eerie precision. But there was something unsettling about its blank, glassy eyes that seemed to follow Sarah's every move. As the two friends settled down for the night, they played with the doll, giggling and imagining elaborate adventures. However, as the night deepened, Sarah began to feel a strange, unsettling presence. She glanced at the doll, and a chill ran down her spine. The doll's eyes, once vacant, now seemed to hold a sinister glint. Suddenly, Sarah felt a weight on her chest. She jolted awake to find the doll perched atop her, its cold, porcelain face mere inches from hers. Its eyes, now open wide, seemed to bore into her soul. A blood-curdling scream escaped her lips, startling Emily awake. Emily rushed to Sarah's side, her eyes wide with fear. She tried to pry the doll off Sarah, but it clung to her like a leech. A battle ensued, the girls struggling to wrest the doll from Sarah's grasp. Finally, with a forceful yank, they managed to dislodge the doll. It fell to the floor with a clatter, its eyes still fixed on Sarah. In the aftermath of the terrifying ordeal, Sarah and Emily were left shaken. They never forgot the night of the creepy doll, a night that forever altered their perception of innocence and childhood. The doll, now discarded in a forgotten corner, remained a sinister reminder of the darkness that lurked within the shadows of their own home.